Welcome back to our iOS Keynote crash course for busy teachers. In part 3, I'll show you how you can add sound effects and you can use build order with animations to customize that. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and shift select all of those, indent that in there, close that, and let's create a new blank slide. Make sure that when it's pressed that we can add magic move back into that. Also, just to let you know, if you want to speed up or slow down magic move, you can also do that here. I'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a shape. Come back to our square. Okay, now let's go ahead and duplicate that, and we can add an arrow. Now, what I want is to add a sound effect with this arrow as it plays. So I have a lot of sounds, and as a part of joining this training, feel free to come get all of these sounds from me. So I have the sound here. Now I want the sound to play. Let's take a look how it works right now. Right now, when I go to the next one, you have this, but then I need to press it again for this animation, for this sound. Let's say that I want the sound to automatically play at the same time that it shows. Go to build order. Now I can come here and you can press after transition. So now, as soon as it transitions, it'll automatically play. Great. Now, let's say that each time you can do that. This would be the easier way. Basically, if you have step by step, you can just add a new sound each time. And then go to build order, select that, and play. Oh, okay. So here's just a note of caution, right? Especially if you have like sound effects and things like that. If you're using magic move and you duplicate it, it will literally duplicate the entire process again. So that means it'll play the other sound effect first in this one. So if you're doing it this way, you just need to be mindful. For example, I can delete that first one. That way I just have this new one, and I can have this play right after the transition. Okay. So you can also just directly add your voice to record. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. And once again, because I don't want this audio to play, I'll need to delete that. You can record audio for custom sound effects for your voice or anything else. And it's just like any other sound. So go ahead and clap. Insert that in there, and now this is a sound. And so just like before, it can automatically play after the transition. But a lot of times if you're using sound effects, you're probably going to want some animations to go along with that. So let's go ahead, and I'll just show you very, very basically right now, and I can show you more in advance in another video. Let's go ahead, new slide. We don't necessarily need magic move right now. Okay, let's go ahead and add a square, and then let's duplicate this and just duplicate this a few times. Okay, so let's say that I want there to be animations for each one of these. I can select this. Now, when you go to animate, build in means that before the animation starts, you won't see it. Let's go ahead and show you. Let's just choose any one of these. So if I play this like this, you see how the other ones, they're visible, but this one will only appear after I activate the animation. Well, let's go ahead and then go one by one. Let's add built-in effects. And you can just see there's a whole bunch of them. These are very amusing for children. Flame. Let's make that a little faster. And let's add another built-in effect. Let's say twirl. Okay. So unlike Magic Move, this is where you're actually putting in the animations for each part. As it is, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now I want there to be sounds as each one of these play. So let's say that each one has a different sound. What I like to do is when I know that there's a sequence of sounds, I'll put them on the bottom, like outside. You could put them there too. They won't be visible, but I usually put them out of sight and then in order from left to right. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Right now, when you check build order, this will show you the series of events. Right now, I'll need to click this to start. Click, click, click. Now, let's go ahead and you see at the bottom, this is the after transition. Now, this first one, when you press it, you see how this becomes selected. So this kind of, if I press it there, I can actually see which image corresponds to which icon in the build order. So I want ding to be with the first square. So I just select it. Now, if I put it directly between, you see how it'll be separate. But if I actually make it touch, it'll be together. So the default is as soon as this stops, it'll play. But maybe I want it with build. So what this would be like is like this. You can do that for each one of these. So I'm going to drag the next one and have it touch, and then change with. I'm going to change this one to touch, change it with, and I'm going to change that and have that with. So now when you go to play, you'll see each of these will come out automatically. Now, as you get more and more, proficient with using this, you might have a series of animations. So let's say this square over here, the second one, let's say after build 2, and select the next square and say after build 3. Oh, not with, because then it'll be simultaneously. And yeah, let's have the last one be with, just to see what happens. So you can try out different combinations. Okay, maybe that didn't work exactly. So for example, you can also add delays. So let's have a delay. Let's have a slight delay. There we go. Anyway, you get the point that you can freely have different combinations with animations and audio. Now, for a more extensive video about animations, then you can watch part 4, which I'll give in-depth about animations, including build-ins, actions, and build-outs, movements, and custom build orders. You can essentially create very, interactive, compelling multimedia. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.